Hello, Tyler Rowland here, and I'm with Cade Wolford of the Jackson Ironmen, and we are here after the scrimmage here against the Ashland Tomcats. And Cade, it's good to see you here. You broke a big run in the scrimmage, and let's talk a little bit about that and just how you feel about the team today.
Yes, sir. Well, overall, we struggled a lot off the bat, but this was really our first time putting everything together, like live against another team. So you're always going to have that little bit of a struggle. So, at the start, we couldn't open up too much holes, and, I was struggling to get things going. And then really on that last drive, the linemen did a great job of starting to open things up and really, let me get into the open field and use my speed to score that last touchdown that you guys saw there. So, yeah, it was just a matter of towards the end, we had figured out how to put things together, and that's what resulted out of it.
That's awesome, and let's talk a little bit about for you. Let's talk about the importance of the off-season program and conditioning and how you feel that's impacted you.
Yeah, well, here at Jackson, after our football season, we take a month off, and then it's right back into the grind. So it's very much an all-year-round type of deal. We lift 4 days a week in the off season. We're in there every morning at 6:30 on the spot, just getting the lift in. I take conditioning very seriously, although I also play baseball, so try to get up and get as much field work in as I can in the off season, just work on different cuts and stuff like that. And then now that the season started, we had 2 days this whole week, and I'll be honest, when we got out here, this is the 6th day in a row that we've been just absolutely going at it. So it's been a little bit difficult, but yeah, it'll only be beneficial going into the season, when those games get real tiring in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm. And this is we're getting into the questions, the roll call, which that's to get to know you better. First off, what do you feel like is a challenging obstacle that you've had to overcome?
With any athlete, you're going to have your injuries. You tweak a muscle here and there, and it's always tough to kind of overcome those things in the off season because you want to just keep getting back at it, but you can't come back too soon and stuff like that. So I guess the biggest obstacle has just been stuff like that, little injuries throughout the off season that you got to get fixed up, and you got to be able to get stronger for the season ahead. So I think any athlete could pretty much say that.
Mm-hmm. And what would be a cool fact about yourself? Maybe something not a lot of people know.
From Southern Ohio, I guess you'll hear a lot of people say this, but I like to go fishing a lot in the off season with my buddies. That's
awesome. Lastly, are there any shout outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out, obviously, my teammates and my coaches here at Jackson, but I'd also like to shout out my trainers over at AP Prep for getting me right in the off season, speed and agility training.
Awesome. Okay, we thank you for being on, and be sure to stay tuned to local media providers to keep up with Cade and the Jackson Ironmen this year, as of course they had a heck of a run last year and still have some key pieces, so they'll be exciting to watch. We thank you for tuning in to this episode of Rollin' Sports, where you meet the athlete.